Hello, my name's Jennifer Cox, travel guide. No experienced traveller goes anywhere without their sarong. It's an absolute must-have item, and it's useful for just about everything. For example, a dress. Very attractive. In flight, take your ballpoint pen, press it on your big toe, and this is a reflex point that helps combat jet lag.
If you're going away on holiday for 2 weeks or less, the last thing you want to be doing is taking a huge canister of shampoo or moisturiser. So what I do is take an empty film can, fill it up, put a label on the front, and there you have your supply. Perfect.
Here's a clever idea to prevent all the hard work of scraping the bugs off the front of the caravan. Put cling film over the window, and then when you arrive, strip off the cling film with the bugs. A clever, simple idea.
You've got to avoid being bitten by mosquitoes, so take a lot of insect repellent with you. Now, if you haven't got any, use this, garlic. Mosquitoes hate this stuff, as of course do vampires. And if you haven't got any of that, well, why not try some stout? It's full of vitamin B6 and it's an excellent mosquito repellent. Cheers.
Problems with jet lag. When you arrive at a sunny destination, do not wear your sunglasses for a couple of days to adjust your eyes to the daylight.
This is a simple way to find out when your caravan is level. A packet of digestive biscuits, which will always roll towards the lowest point of the caravan. And when they stop rolling, the caravan is level, and you've earned yourself a tea break.
You know, the great thing about nature is that everything grows where you need it. Take lemons, for example. Grow in hot climates and are perfect because they're a natural antiseptic and a natural astringent. Squeeze onto a mosquito bite and they'll take away the itch, take away the burn and help dry it out. Simple as that.
When travelling with young children, don't forget to bring with you their favourite toy or a selection of toys to keep them amused. And when landing, don't forget to give your child a drink or a baby a dummy to ease the pressure in their ears.
Another handy tip is when buying bottled water in a foreign country, it is advisable to turn it upside down to see whether it drips. If it does, this may mean it may have been filled up with untreated water.
One simple way of keeping luggage more secure is to actually thread a keyring through the zip. Just as good as using a lock, and there's no worry about losing the keys.
A good tip when you're flying to refresh your eyes is to take the cucumber from your salad and place them on the eyes for a couple of minutes.
Remember, when ordering drinks abroad, avoid ice, as the ice may have easily been made from contaminated water.
When you're travelling, you want to avoid eating any dirty, unwashed salads. You also want to avoid eating these, watermelon, because what happens to these is that quite often the locals will put holes in the skin, they'll put it into a river, it'll soak up all that dirty river water, you buy it because it looks really juicy, and then you eat it and you get very, very sick.
on a long train journey, there is nothing more irritating than not being able to get a comfortable sleep. So, sarong to the rescue, squash it down into a pillow, and comfort is guaranteed.
I can think of nothing worse than being woken up in the morning by the light flooding in through the window. So if you don't want that to happen, just make sure that the front of the caravan isn't facing to the east. Easy, isn't it?
Because not every hotel has an iron, when you arrive at a destination, to get creases out of your clothes, just hang them up on the shower rail, run the shower for a few minutes, and the steam just brings all the creases out.
Every caravaner will know this problem. You arrive on site and you've left behind the plug for the sink, or the site washroom hasn't got a plug. Well, this is just a tennis ball cut in half and it fits every single size of sink. Easy.
Also carry with you a golf ball, place it on the floor, and while watching the movie, roll it under your foot, and this will work on your reflexes and improve your circulation to prevent swelling.
One of the worst things about travelling is that you really miss a little luxury. And so I always travel with just a light eau de toilette. This is chamomile water. And then if it's humid and you've got a headache, or you've been travelling for a while and you're a bit smelly, just get out your eau de toilette and it's bliss.
One simple tip, if you're going away for 2 or 3 weeks, is that you really don't want to spend a lot of time doing washing. So, take few, if any, white items and just stick to dark colours. Simple.
When you're travelling in hot countries, you've got to avoid dehydration. So you need to drink a lot, but it's best to drink good, sweet, fizzy drinks, which have got a lot of sugar in them. And on top of that, you need to have a lot of salt in you. So the best thing to have is crisps or nuts or something like that, and that gets your salt levels up.
It is also advisable prior to departure to photocopy the relevant pages of your passport, so that in the case of theft or loss, you will always have a record to show to the local authorities.
Another good tip when you're flying is an old Chinese remedy that's meant to earth you and helps prevent swelling on your feet. Place your feet in a pair of brown paper bags, then place your in-flight socks on top of them, and this will help your swelling.
This is a trick that most people learn the hard way, because inside the tow hitch there's a lot of rather nasty grease. And the first time you rub past it, it gets on your trousers and your trousers are ruined. If you haven't got anything else to do with it, just use an old sock. No more problems with the grease.
Sometimes, especially if you're a solo woman traveller, you don't want to draw attention to yourself, and in Muslim countries it's best to keep your hair covered up. So, cue the sarong, a great headscarf.